spot to not only purchase games and consoles, but also gripe with. So, firstly, I want to talk about GameStop's terrible, terrible trade-in policy.
This is how they make most of their money.
This is how GameStop, if you're wondering, how are they still open? It's this. Okay, this is it. The trade-in policy, that's how the lights are staying on. People bring in their used games in order to receive either in-store credit or cash. That being said, the GameStop trade-in values for games are known to be laughably low and have been memed to oblivion on the internet for, decades. Probably since they came open. Probably since GameStop was even a name. People were like, are you going to trade in there? Really? Are you sure? Part of what's insulting about this, however, is that trading games were marked up for far more before being put back on shelf to sell to other customers. So they can sell it in and they're going to mark it up hundreds of percentile, right?
$7 game and they put it up to $60.
And then some hapless son of a gonna come in and buy it off the shelf, and they're just like, oh, that's a red lady. We're getting rid of a best. Even recently, someone made a post about how they went to a GameStop to trade in nearly a complete collection of amiibos because he no longer had the space for them in a new college apartment. Also, their amiibos. A set that could easily be worth thousands of dollars was traded in for $1,300. When I say thousands, I mean $5,000, $6,000. $1,300. And this sent the internet into an uproar over how badly he was lowballed. Which at the same time, you have to ask yourself, my God, find someone else to buy it. Which, to be fair, people usually are in these positions where they're just like, I just don't care. I want it out. I want it gone. I don't have to go through the whole process of selling them one by one. But I think in today's reseller economy, I think that you could sell that, even being like $2,500.
Yeah.
Give me half. I feel like there are other options.
He could have definitely been like nearly complete set on eBay, buy it all in one.
Buy it all in one, or make best offer, whatever,
Yeah.
and handle it that way.
Exactly.
It is what it is. It is what it is. Of course, the employees are just doing as they're told at GameStop, so you can't put it all on them. But in fact, it seems that a ton of GameStop employees hate the process of trade-ins because it invites some particularly odd encounters, aka people who are emotionally not well, people who also steal things to resell them.
Yo.
Times that when I worked at my
You're good,
place
bro.
that I worked at in Kansas City, the amount of times that it was just like clearly things stolen from Walmart, and you're like, I don't think I can take this. They're like, what do you mean? It's like it's 18 sealed copies of Grand Theft Auto 5. I just can't. I cannot do it. Here's a list of weird occurrences employees have witnessed trying to process trade-ins with customers. 1. A man came in with his wife to trade in his copy of Dishonored, only to find his secret porn stash inside of it. That's just a good day to me. Ironic substance called Dishonored. One employee was given a PS2 with a condom stuffed in the hard drive slot, and he was also given PS3 games that the customer admitted were used as weed ashtrays. Another employee inspected a PS4 and opened it to find that it was overflowing with cockroaches.
Very common.
That's gotta be super common. And according to one ex-employee, he had seen used syringes, dead centipedes, and used condoms. He's like, it was a crazy weekend. A customer came in to sell 50 DS games, each of which were fake, and someone brought in a box for a controller filled with rocks. He assured them that was what was in the box when he bought it, and the store leader somehow decided to pay him out. What? And one man tried to ask if they would take in some appliances like his washing machine, and a strange customer who seemed to be tweaking came in with a stolen coffee maker and told the employee, quote, I know y'all take video games, but what about coffee makers to make you coffee for your gaming sessions?
That's a good sales pitch.
He's just like, hello? You boys like to stay up all night and game with your Nancy's. And in a more sad turn of events, because we have to do it to you, a man was trading in his old... The man suddenly got sentimental and decided he no longer wanted to trade it in, but it was too late. Everything was wiped and left sad. Which I love the idea of a guy just be like, you know what, never mind. The guy's like, oh.
Unlimited energy with Fuse is simple. Pay the same each month and use as much energy as you need. The amount you use...
Which I love the idea of a guy just be like, you know what, never mind. The guy's like, oh. Oops. Which also, by that point, I'm like, why don't you... It's done. It is kind of mentally goes like, are you sure? I'm deleting all this... memories? That's it? That's all you want? Okay. It's like already deleted. Yeah. Kind of dumb.
Sitting there thinking about it. Well, you know.
Actually, you know what? I guess this isn't worth the $13 you're giving me for my system. And lastly, a former employee reveals that someone tried to trade in the belt she was wearing to keep her pants up. I don't know why the belt you would do that, but that's just some of the things. And also, you know, when people trade stuff in, the amount of, like, dude, dusty, gross...
Yo, Star,
like
you good?
Cockroaches, or the amount of shit that...
I'm just noticing you're in there actually. Or maybe I forgot. Hope you're alright, bro. Just doing a chill stream today. Nothing much. Where is it? I'm playing 99 Days, bro. Hey, sick, sick, sick. I need to check that game out actually. But yeah, I'm just doing a chill stream today. Not doing much, just gonna animate and yeah, just watch a video and chill.
You see traded in that's just like reeks of cigarette smoke. Ugh, yeah, brutal. If people have always chastised GameStop for its horrible trade-in value and inability to care for the customers, so let's talk about when GameStop was at its absolute worst with the Circle of Life program. In order to maximize profits, to understand why it was implemented, here's GameStop's ideal customer cycle. 1. Customer pre-orders game by paying a deposit. I put money down. 2. Customer uses their trade-in program to get money back after completing the game for way less than the actual value. 3. Customers ask for store credit instead of lower return cash option, then uses it to buy another game. You feel good about how that's the circle of life. And then 5, you die. You're dead. There it is. That's my life. Each employee has something referred to as cool score, based on things like used game sales, pre-orders, trade-ins. And because used games have higher profit margin, it was aggressively pushed to employees as the priority over selling brand new games.
Yeah, have you seen that? They'd be like, Grand Theft Auto would be like $60, but like you get the used version for 50.
Are you sure you want to get the one that somebody's already opened and touched and fondled with? $10 cheaper. Come on. Cool score. He's like a marker on his arm. He's like, my cool score's low.
We're in trail right now. Sick. Nah, I can't play it right now, bro. I gotta finish this. I can't play it right now. But yeah, maybe another time.
Admits that a launch day for a brand new game could literally screw him over for the entire week because he would then have to sell way more pre-owned games to keep his score up. So it's like, yeah, you might have sold a shit ton of new games, but GameStop's gonna be like, why aren't the used games selling? Yeah, I think I might get fired. It's a fun working condition. Employees essentially became the gaming version of a sleazy used car salesman. It would be pushy and endlessly talk up their pre-owned titles, and sometimes not even mention the price until the last possible second. And another employee states that this system would put the store in constant state of crisis, stating, quote, 1 week, we desperately needed trades. The next few weeks, we need to focus on pre-owned. Then, because we focused on trades and pre-owned, we didn't get pre-orders. Some claim that the entire stores were fired over this whole system, while others state that these were simply edge cases. But regardless, after enough pushback, GameStop's made changes on how to run their stores. They removed the coal scores for individual employees and made it so the entire store just had one score to work on. Utilize a system similar to the cycle of life, but I'm sure there's some GameStop employees watching this right now, and if it is, please tell me. I'd like to know. How does it feel working in hell? Do you like hell? You think they're probably just GameStop lifers, right? I've been here since I was 18.
Oh yeah.
You know,
There's like 6-year-olds now that've been working there since the beginning.
How old were they when they started? Hasn't GameStop only been around since like 2000? So I guess he was in his 40s. All right, there you go. Either way, GameStop still upholds a reputation for treating their customers poorly. So let's talk about a little recent example that just happened. The Switch 2 controversy. Multiple GameStop customers have been reporting that their Nintendo Switch 2 pre-orders were being canceled. This has been happening to random people over the past few months, but started to heavily ramp up in late May, with only days left until the release of the console. It gets worse for one specific GameStop location in Astoria, as they were revealed to be pushing customers to spend way more than they intended. After people wait all night to get their consoles pre-ordered, they were supposedly told that the SKU number can't be processed for just a console. They used this to push people to splurge on more expensive bundles and accessories. There was customers secretly filmed themselves throughout the entire process, spending hundreds of dollars to lock in his pre-order.
So what's the minimum you have to, is it a price you have to hit, or is it? Okay, so I'll do the 1 terabyte micro SD. And then is this like at every GameStop that they're doing this, or is it just a specific one?
I don't really speak for this one. Pretty sure it's an all-around GameStop.
Okay.
You know that flavour you can't quite describe? Well-rounded, deep, an explosion of taste in every bite, an oomph of umami.
Alright, my vertical now.
A
Sick.
sensationally savoury hit with a velvety finish, layers upon layers of richness. So what is it?
Pretty sure it's an all-around GameStop.
Okay. Interesting.
Jesus.
After the post went viral, GameStop GameStop responded on Twitter by saying they were actively investigating the store and offering pre-orders to anyone who were turned away. Despite them trying to make things right, it further showcases the pressure put on GameStop stores specifically to hit their quotas, even if it means massively f***ing over their customers, you know, just by being like, we gotta sell controllers. If we don't sell controllers, I want to know who's the guy where it's like, we don't want Bob to come down. Like corporate, you know what I mean? Oh God, Bob's coming this week, and he's like, there's a lot of controllers in the back room. This place is shut down permanently. I've been working here since I was 35. I'm 60 now. He's like, that math adds up. By now, it should be clear that working for GameStop can be a bit of a f***ing nightmare. So, let's talk about why people hate working at GameStop. Many people think GameStop is a great first job, right? Because they can make money in an environment they're passionate about. I love video games. I want to work at GameStop, right?
Kind of reminds me of like those commercials of people doing the tester games. I'm having so much fun testing video games.
Yeah, it's so fun playing this game.
I can't believe we got jobs doing this. I know. And my mom said I would never get anywhere with these games.
Those that go to the massive r/GameStop subreddit to ask if it's a good idea to put an application to work there are bombarded with current or ex-employees desperately trying to chase them away. I mean, one response reads, run. Work anywhere else. You think you want to work here, but you don't. Find a local retro game store to apply to instead. This is not a video game job. It's a sales job with zero benefits or incentives. That happens to involve video games. Sometimes. Another person explains, GameStop is not a relaxed work experience at all. Full stop. If you're not good at pushing memberships, warranties, and game protection, they will threaten your job until you get stuff by any means necessary. During interactions with customers, you are constantly trying to sell them on pre-orders, warranties, used games, add-ons, or accessories, and pro memberships, which is essentially a GameStop reward program that provides benefits for a yearly fee. Because of this, employees' interactions become a meme due to how obnoxious they are. There are many stories of employees being treated so terribly that they eventually reach their breaking point. Even in a situation where someone was once robbed at gunpoint, they were blamed by their store leader and told not to give in by complying too easily. You might get shot, okay, but the Halo 3 edition, guys, we're gonna lose profit here. Bob's coming.
You know what was all that? It was
The coal score. The goddamn coal score for the show, right? Or for the store. If you get shot, we'll give you a day off.
Do you think they're like, do you want to take the new games instead?
Yeah, instead of robbing our money, what if you just took 3 new games and like 3 pre-ordered games, and that would balance out our coal score? And the guy's just like, in another robbery that took place in Pennsylvania, $5,000 worth of PS5s are stolen after being violently threatened by 2 men. This led to a top-performing GameStop manager of 13 years being fired, as if it was his responsibility to fight off the thieves for the beautiful, delicious Japanese gaming system. Several employees quit in protest, and it wasn't the first time employees rallied together against upper management. In 2023, a Michigan GameStop was managed so horribly that every single employee quit at the same time. It occurred on an important day, the release of Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom. However, customers came into the store only to find a letter posted on the wall that read, quote, unfortunately, due to poor working conditions, the staff of Brighton GameStop have decided to resign, effective immediately. Management overworkers, underpays, and underappreciated its frontline workers, set its unrealistic expectations and constantly threatens termination for any employees that cannot exceed them. And they're like, oh, I'm just going to go to Walmart. The customers are like, oh, okay. And they probably just turn around and leave.
There's a lot of people who've been doing that in like retail stores and fast food. They'll just put up a sign like Popeyes, be like, Popeyes corporate hates us. There's only 3 of us today. We're just not working today.
I see that. I see that with like Starbucks meetings and people being like, you can't enforce this or whatever, that kind of stuff. And it's always fun when they have like someone's there recording it and they like pan over and there's the managers who are just like so smugly being like,
Yo, hello?
you're all.
Nah, I can't play. Not today. Not today. Sorry, bro.
Dad. The same thing happened in 2022, a year prior, in Nebraska, where every employee walked out and left an angry letter on the front door. According to one employee, they were undertrained, verbally abused, and had their jobs threatened at every turn. And employees at GameStop have to deal with way more obnoxious customers than people may realize. One employee posted about how, after fully organizing the Funko Pop wall, a mother brought along her child and let them climb all over the shelves and destroyed the entire display. 15 minutes later, after she left, they get a call about how the employees were racist for keeping an eye on her child. I don't know about that one. In one post, a customer was denied a return of a controller that had clearly been been smashed to pieces. The man left after being threatened and called slurs for 30 minutes, only to run back inside and
Bye.
over the
See ya.
attack him. He left after the employees threatened to call the police. And one employee posted a video he took in the store where a man is denied a return of his copy of Fallout 76 because he doesn't have a receipt. He becomes so infuriated that he starts destroying the entire store on his way out. Hi, welcome to GameStop. In a more extreme response, one man loses it after demanding a Steam code, claiming his didn't work. After being denied this, he told the employees that he planted a bomb in the store earlier that day, which would apparently go off if he did not give him a store code. An entire section of the mall had to be evacuated because of this bomb threat.
Didn't Chris Chan also attack
I think Chris Chan pepper sprayed somebody
at GameStop?
Yeah. It's one thing to encounter aggressive customers, but what about the weirdos, right? It's no surprise that GameStops might attract some odd characters. According to one ex-employee, a man that was talking to him was so open about his life that he ended up showing her a picture of his diaper.
Thank you.
Would you like that? Another customer came in.
Oh, you're back? I
I
thought you were gonna go play.
How far the Neos Elementary School is before he can officially apply.
Oh, because he's
In an infamous video, members of the FaZe clan walk into a GameStop thinking the employees will recognize them. They're met with mostly silence and leave the store after flaunting humiliating YouTube subscribers to grown adults. It's horrible. I just haven't looked at it. Good God. There was also a man that came in to try and trade in a bunch of tuner games like Leisure Suit Larry, the guy game, Playboy Mansion.
Hello. Yeah.
Because there was glue all over his cases. It's glue. It's Elmer glued.
Well, yeah, I'm only starting. Hopefully one day, I'll get like a lot of subscribers. But for now, I'm humble with my one subscriber. Not my one subscriber. I'm humble with my one view. Yeah. But today, I'm not really chatting in the live. I just really want to watch a video and chill and do my animation, That's what I'm planning to do. It will help a lot if you subscribed. It would really do help. Sorry, it's like 8 o'clock in the morning where I am right now. Oh God. Okay, let me see this. Well, God bless you for your goals, man. Hey, thank you. I appreciate it.
Dude, I'm a model builder.
tapioca pudding I was eating.
And I had snack pack pudding. Tapioca. It was great. According to one female employee, she had weird men wait outside the store to talk to her almost daily, to the point where she has to have her mom and boyfriend wait outside when she closed up to avoid the confrontations. And similarly to that, another woman dealt with tons of weird attention from male customers because the manager exclusively hired attractive women to create what she described as a hot GameStop. Men would drive from far away to lurk around and talk to staff. The employee was eventually fired and was told that the manager was later taken away in an ambulance after having a violent meltdown where he, quote, declared himself as a high archangel.
Sounds a bit like the coffee thing.
Which, well, not only that, but it sounds like he's trying, like, is he a cult leader at a GameStop? All my beautiful babies will play these games.
Iron the Archangel.
And there'll be pre-orders and there'll be pre-owned games sold and then new games sold and accessories. All in perfect rate. A perfect call system. For Archangel.
Do you think he had a pretty high Cole score then?
I would assume his Cole score was very high. I would hope so, at least. He's the Archangel. Speaking of women, it turns out that GameStop once created an entire training video that teaches male employees to converse with them, right? Because they might not have done that before. The video stimulates interactions between men and different types of female shoppers, teaching you how to avoid making a woman feel stupid by throwing out a bunch of gamer jargon at her.
Welcome to GameStop. My name's Alex. How you doing?
LOL is good, man. It's like, damn, 350? Dude. I would say go to bed, but like, I'm totally the same. I could stay up to like the next day and then just carry on. I've done that before where I stayed up to like 8 a.m. and then I was like, you know what, fuck it, I'm not going to sleep. So I carried on. 350 is insane though.
As you can see,
Our unfortunate associate has inadvertently triggered
How many years experience do I have? I usually do this as a hobby. I don't really I don't have any professional experience. It's something I just do on a whim, because I like to do it, you know? Let me show you the beginning of this so you get a better idea. I'd say as a hobby that I've taken more seriously, I've been doing it for 2 years. That's about it. But yeah, that's pretty much my experience when it comes to this. This is the beginning part that I've been working on. It's not done yet, obviously, but it's getting there. This is the part that I'm working on right now. This middle part, right there. But yeah, that's got a long way to go. Oh.
As you can see, our unfortunate associate has inadvertently triggered the flight response by his abrupt entrance into gamer jargon.
They don't know how to play. They're just here paying it up for their man. If you have a rubber back, calm her down. What if it was like that? Massage her shoulders. If she looks stressed, pick out a game for her. Pat her on the head and send her away.
Reach out and touch your arm.
Touch her arm and look her deep in the eyes. Not only is working there stressful and weird and creepy, we haven't even talked about the massive amount of GameStop robberies. GameStop is home to tons of products that are incredibly valuable and small in size, making them highly valued by thieves. Some of which, like newer next-gen consoles, have limited stock and can be resold online for insane prices. But it doesn't help that many stores are often run down, or also people were getting their screens scratched by the console going into its slot and all that stuff. There was like a lot of weird stuff, so it was hyped. But I feel like when people were actually getting it in their hands, they're like, yeah, my games like wrecked. Which I feel like there's obviously, no matter what, there's going to be defective first models, but still. But while the Switch 2 hasn't released just yet, it's already been plagued with controversy. Starting with the big live stream presentation Nintendo hosted to show off its brand new product. Which, you know, the good of the product is the console itself boasted a lot of big upgrades, bigger vivid 1080p screen, upgraded Joy-Con controllers, and increased storage. Just general, like, stuff that it should have just happened already, you know? Stuff that the Steam Deck has been doing, I guess, for like 5 years now or whatever. Nintendo's like, alright, fine, we'll do it. You want a bigger screen? Fine! People were incredibly excited over the games that were showcased, which included games like Donkey Kong Bonanza, which I will say, it looks sick. It does, it looks awesome. Mario Kart World, and a brand new Kirby Air Riders. Kirby! Watch out, Nick, I'm gonna suck you. And of course, From Software has an exclusive game coming out called The Dust Bloods, which is just, I mean, it's Bloodborne 2. That actually looks sick too. Be a little vampire and fly around. You can fly and drop down and suck people's blood, suck them off. You just suck them off. Like a From Software. You get to suck with them off? Just like Kirby. Just like Kirby. Today's video is sponsored by Magic Spoon. Reinventing your childhood one bite at a time. Magic Spoon is a perfect fit for a variety of diets because it is high in protein and has no sugar. Magic Spoon also has flavors you loved growing up, like fruity, cocoa, and peanut butter. And all these tasty flavors and are completely gluten-free. And don't forget, Magic Spoon also has treats. These protein bars are crispy, crunchy, and complete. Featuring flavors of marshmallow, chocolatey peanut butter, and even blueberry muffin. Each bar is 12 grams of protein and 1 gram of sugar and 2 grams of carbs. Plus, Magic Spoon also added granola to the mix. Try honey, almond, or peanut butter for breakfast and get 13 grams of protein. Why don't you treat yourself?
Domino's delivers hot and fresh in 25 minutes on average.
Granola to the mix. Try honey, almond, or peanut butter for breakfast and get 13 grams of protein. Why don't you treat yourself? Use code PAPAMeat or click the link in the description to try Magic Spoon treats or granola today and get $5 off. You can also find Magic Spoon on Amazon or in your nearest grocery store. And Magic Spoon is so confident in the product, it's backed with a 100% happiness guarantee online. So if you don't like it for any reason, to refund your money, no questions asked. So click the link in the description or go to magicspoon.com/PapaMeat or scan the QR code on screen for $5 off. Thank you, Magic. Was the price tag tag for the console, which was raised to $450, which cost $150 more than the original Switch on its launch, right? Bigger screen, more storage. But yeah, so it's like, also, I feel like this is so minuscule in terms of the production, but like, yeah, but we're gonna need the box that it ships, it's gonna be bigger, so.
Well, the funny thing is that screens, that technology gets cheaper as time goes on.
Well, hold. Like, looking over, like David Nintendo standing behind me. And just for a comparison with these, figures, a Steam Deck costs $50 less and has better hardware specs than the Switch 2. So. But you can't play Donkey Kong Bonanza. Or you probably can, because it's a computer and you can just hack it and do whatever you want.
Oh, well, I was gonna say that you'd have to get it wrong, but it doesn't release stuff for PC.
Doesn't release stuff for PC. Listen, I'm just saying the gamers find a way. If you have a Steam Deck, it's something like, I don't know, like a portal gun or some shit, you can do whatever you want. And to add insult to injury, the Japanese version of the Switch will only be $350. Racially charged, dude. Racially charged consumerism. Listen, man, Konichiwa. Throw me the discount, brother. You know what I'm saying? The games also saw a significant raise in price as well, with some going up to $90 for physical copies. It comes on an SD card.
That's another thing. A lot of them are download only, and then some are SD cards that only unlock a code.
Yeah, which I hate. Like, let me have a physical copy of something. Nintendo, they're positioning themselves with, cringe streamers that are like, if we just don't want a game on something, we can just delete it, and then no one gets to play it ever again. There's no way to retrieve it. How stupid is that, dude? I don't know. This had many people panicking that this would cause a chain reaction in video games as a whole would see a universal price increase. That's gonna happen. That's just gonna happen. It is. People are like, well, people paid $90 to play Donkey Kong Smash Through a Rock. Why? I mean, Call of Duty, the new Call of Duty is going to be $90, 100%. Assassin's Creed, whatever, $90, 100%. Absurd rumors began to spread about the Grand Theft Auto 6 might end up costing $150 worth it. Yeah, some people are like, I'd pay it. And I know, and the thing too is people would pay it, because people, they're going to jump through the loopholes of like, well, I'm going to be playing this for the next 15 years. It's $150 now for 15 years of pleasure. Of pure pleasure.
That's $10 a year.
Yeah. Nintendo even revealed a console tech demo that would launch alongside the Switch 2, but announced that it wouldn't come free with the console, right? I mean, the demo's going to cost you $10. Right? Long gone are the days of PlayStation giving you demos with a free pizza from Pizza Hut. That's no more, right?
Oh, yeah, those are great.
It was the best, dude. I had this one from Pizza Hut. So sick. I got like a large pepperoni pizza when I was younger. My grandpa got it. We got dinner, and then it came with a demo that had Metal Gear Solid, Tomb Raider, it might have been two, Kane, Soul of Kane or something. And then also, the biggest one, Medieval.
Great game.
Oh, that shit went banana sandwich. That's what I did. That was unbelievable. Fans became infuriated with Nintendo for being seemingly much more greedy than they were with past releases, right? Our Japanese heroes are being a bit greedy. They're not like that. They're so kawaii. Why? Why are you doing this? You're not American. Stop! For example, PS5 got Astro's Playroom as a tech demo for free. For people living in the U.S., this frustration was amplified after President Donald Trump announced that tariffs would be placed on goods imported from most other countries. Literally every other country on Earth. Not most, basically all. It was later revealed by Nintendo that the $450 price tag would not change. Liars. Accessories, however, would all receive a price adjustment with potential for further changes in the future depending on the market conditions. And then there's going to be a day where it's like, okay, the console has to come up $50. Sorry. And the controllers are also at $90 now too. Oh my god, this is hard. Lastly, the straw that broke the camel's back. Fans were extremely upset that the voice and video chat features will require an online subscription. Not Nintendo! But even with everyone complaining online, the Nintendo Switch 2 sold out in a matter of hours in the United States. And this is just the most recent outrage, right? I wouldn't even say it's not even the biggest. This is just over speculation of what's going to happen, and people are still like, we'll pay it. I don't care. But let's go back in time a bit and talk about older consoles, like when the Xbox 360 released. Well, the console itself was a pretty massive success. It had its fair share of problems at launch, namely hardware complications. I think they all rolled their eyes and they knew exactly what was coming. A giant red light was shining in their face and they're just like, oh. People were reporting overheating, and hard drive malfunctions, and alongside it came the infamous...
You know that flavour you can't quite describe? Well-rounded?
Yeah, very, very early.
And explode.
And alongside it came...
Hey, love One Piece Forever. You okay, bro? It's very early. I've been streaming since what, 8 o'clock? It's been like almost what, an hour now? Yeah.
the infamous Red Ring of Death, which is so crazy. I just want to say the Red Ring of
Yeah,
Death
yeah,
is
yeah.
like
You can still
such a
chat in the stream.
household...
I was just gonna have a. No, actually, I am having a chill stream. I just want to chill and animate. But if you want to ask any questions or say anything in the chat, you can. Okay, you can.
Like literally, like Jesus Christ, Red Ring of Death. It's
Jesus
it's
Christ,
that
4:30. 4:30 is quite. It's quite early. It's very very early actually. Very early. Haven't you got like no, you haven't got school tomorrow because you I'm gonna presume you're still on summer break, right? Super. I just saw that. Damn. I'm just beginning to realize a lot of people that watch me are either American or European, and because a few people that were in the chat were what's the word? They all said, "Oh, it's like 3:30 where I'm at," or "Oh, it's like 1 o'clock where I'm at." Whereas for me, right now it's 9:38, so that makes sense. 26. Damn. Listen, I swear to God, you said that you were like, maybe I'm thinking of somebody else. Maybe I'm thinking of what's that other guy? Because he was here earlier as well. But yeah, 26. Nice, nice. So no school. Perfect. I'm glad we're done with school. We don't have to go to school anymore. But they lied to us about this whole adulting thing, okay? This whole thing about being an adult was a lie. All right? They lied to us. This is not good. I don't like this shit. I don't want to go to work, but we have to go to work. I don't want to pay taxes, that's for sure. But hey, we have to.
Even the parents were affected by it too because kids like,
That's why like I want my YouTube to work so that I don't have to rely on the conventional way of making money, honestly. Just know. But hey man, I hope you're having a great day. Let's see. Okay, that's going well so far. Oh my god.
it's you had to pack it up and ship it back, and they send you a new one, and that the Red Ring of Death too. Brutal, bro. This was an error caused by the failure of hardware components, sometimes leading to startling errors like piercingly loud sounds coming out of your console.
When that red thing come up, and then the whole gang freeze them up, like, man, what is going on? We can't play. What's going on? Y'all doing that too? It was, oh my god.
And in most cases, the Red Ring of Death would essentially break your device. You could send it to Microsoft for repairs, but there was no guarantee that some error wouldn't happen again down the line. AKA, let me tell you, me personally, went through 4 of them. Not even joking, I sent 3 of them in, the 4th one finally stuck. But by the time the 4th one came in, they did the re-updated one to where it had like the touchpad power button, and those were great. And they were cheaper. I felt like a real dingus, let me tell you that. Other gamers started figuring out how to fix their consoles at home by employing absurd methods, like putting the motherboard in the oven or wrapping it in a towel while it overheated.
That was my brother. He started a business. I'll fix your Xbox 360, and the guy just throw it in the oven.
So what, did it work? Why? What temperature was he throwing these bad boys in at? 450 on broil? Microsoft responded to the non-stop reports of hardware issues by extending the warranty and sending an empty box through UPS to customers so they could ship it back for repairs. A move that ended up costing Microsoft over $1 billion.
I remember going out to curb and like meeting the UPS guy and looking in the back of the UPS truck and seeing wall to wall, Xbox returns. When they found out about it, the head guy was just like basically talking to them like, "We need to send this out now," and he's like, "Well, how much is it going to cost?" It's like, "It costs like 1.5 billion."
We have Skyrim and GTA 5 coming. We'll financially recover. We'll be okay. It took 2 years and 3 different versions of the 360 until Microsoft was able to fix the problem permanently. Maybe not permanently. I'm not going to put permanently on that, actually. They pretty much fixed it. Thread ring of death was such a huge issue that an estimate of over 50% of the original run of Xbox 360s have died so far. Contrast that with its competitor, the PS3, having only a 10% death rate. Still kind of high.
Yeah, I was gonna say the normal like percentage is 3 to 5.
3 to 5. So even the PS3 is just like, they're lucky. They're like.
Watch K-pop Demon Hunter. Yes, yes. Okay, we can talk about this. Watched it, and it's really, really good. I really like it. The song is stuck in my head. I'm never gonna sing that on live because just no. But I've watched it. It's really, really good, and it feels like a new age Lion King to me, in terms of it's everywhere. Actually, not Lion King. No, it feels like when Frozen first came out, because I kept hearing "Let It Go" everywhere. Now I keep hearing "We're going up everywhere. I can't like escape it. But the TV, not the TV. Now the question is, are they gonna come out with a part two, or are they gonna keep it as a singular thing? Because I think they should keep it as it is. I don't think a part two to K-pop Demon Hunters is a great idea. However, I understand that there are other ways you can expand on the story. You can either leave it as it is or expand on the story. That's what I'm thinking. However, I think my personal opinion is I think they should leave it the way it is, because that story was fucking perfect. It was just, it was really good. The animation was really, really good. The music was really, really good. The story was really, really good. Just a good, a good 10 out of 10. Perfect 10 out of 10. You know?
They're just like, or the Resistance franchise. They're just like, it's time for the main console. There was also another great failure released by Microsoft around the same time, which we could just caveat.
No.
We're of course talking about Xbox's Kinect. I love Xbox. Just seems like such a worthless company. Microsoft just drops the bag so much.
Does anyone even have Xbox anymore? Does anyone even use an Xbox anymore? Because I see more of PS5s and I see Xbox anytime. Like who actually even uses an Xbox anymore?
So much shit.
They're dying. They have no exclusives anymore.
Well, that's why they just buy up like Bethesda. They buy up game studios. They're just like, so you can still release it over there, but you guys are cool with us, right? And Todd Howard just like getting, jacks off into a cup and he's like, eat it. I don't know. Okay. I like to imagine that the executives, they either those or they're just like, we're gonna play a game of Limp Bizkit. You know what Limp Bizkit is?
No.
It's just a fun band. It's where like the guys in college, everyone stuff into a cracker first, and whoever finishes last has to eat it.
Yeah, gross.
That's what the Xbox execs and Bethesda team do. Fallout New Vegas again. We're playing right then and there. Did Oblivion remaster do well for him?
Oh, huge.
Really?
There's a bunch of pictures going around with it's Giga Chad, Todd Howard.
Gamers have to be probably the worst fandom, right?
Most toxic.
Most toxic, I'll say that. Of like, they either love you as a god, or immediately they're just like, kill that motherfucker. Because I thought people hated Todd. And also, did you see that thing with him and Elon on that game panel at E3? So awkward. So uncomfortable, dude. Anyways, the Xbox Kinect was a motion sensing device that was released in 2010 to be used alongside the Xbox 360 for a unique gaming experience, which is one of the funniest. Like, watching the Kinect release is like one of the funniest things. It's like you play as a mom, like talking to like an autistic child. He's like, did you see that? How he responded? He could tell that Jennifer didn't, that she was not giving him respect. It's like so scripted, you know what I mean? There's no way that's what the experience is going to be like. But, my friends, for $150, you can use the Kinect to control games using only your body and voice. This is an attempt to keep the Xbox 360 interesting and relevant until 2015, according to Shane Kim, the former vice president of Microsoft. I like how they're just like, we just got to hold off. We just got to hold off until 2015. But at E3 in 2009, Microsoft unveiled something called Project Milo that demonstrates its capabilities.
If at any time you get too tired to watch and you want to go to sleep, I'm totally cool with it. Okay? That's fine. All right? Just thought I'd let you know.
Tag demo, which was suspected to originally be its own game, essentially allowed you to interact with a 10-year-old AI child named Milo. It's one of the funniest things ever.
Hi, Milo. How you doing?
Hi, Claire. You okay?
Actually, I'm a bit nervous.
You? Nervous? I don't believe it.
The character was built to respond to your words and gestures, constantly updating its personal dictionary in order to stimulate a lifelike and constantly evolving companionship. Raising a child is what Project Milo was. The developers in charge bit off way more than they could chew, making it increasingly difficult to convince Microsoft that the idea was worth prioritizing, foreshadowing the future of the Kinect device. I think once they saw this, they were just like, uh-oh. Millions of Kinects were purchased, but